Hi everyone, it's Darlene. Welcome to this week's card. I am doing my 2012 Christmas card for you today. As you can see, it's got a wrap around the back and it opens up. I always try to do something special, some kind of special fold for Christmas. So here it is. Here's how it works. You turn it over and then you just unwrap the string and then it'll open it up. And then there's the photo inside. And then close it back up so you can open and close it. Pretty simple. Okay, so I took one sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper and I cut it in half, and now I'm scoring at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8, which is basically 2 1/8 from each side. And I'm going to take my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. I'm going to round out the inside corners. And then fold both sides in. And that's it. Pretty easy. So I pre-cut these pieces and I bought this star punch. And I actually wanted to do some white embossing, but I'm making like 80 cards and that's kind of a lot of embossing. So I wanted to avoid that. And what I decided to do was to punch the stars and then put white behind it. And that way I got the white on the black, but I didn't have to do the embossing. I actually slowed this video down. I usually do it at 3.5 times normal speed, and this is only at double speed. Just because it's such a quick card to make, you got to make it pretty simple when you're making a lot. And so the steps were so fast that the video just went too quickly. So now I'm just adhering these to each panel. Now before I adhere that second one, hold on a second, it takes me a while to get this perfectly lined up. I'm going to measure the middle of this piece. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on there and take a piece of embroidery thread, which I've cut to about, I think it's 11 inches. And then I'll put it there. My original version of this card had the string going all the way around, and then I had 2 pieces hanging off that heart, and it was too complicated like which one to pull off, so I tucked it under the black panel. This is a new set in the Holiday Mini catalog by Stampin' Up. I think it's called Sensationals, and the reason why is because it comes with where you can buy some scented embossing powder, but I didn't get the scented embossing powder. I just got the stamp set and then the coordinating dies. And I'm stamping my tree in Wild Wasabi and my star in Cherry Cobbler. And as you can see, every stamp in this set has a matching die. And I'm just going to line it up, and I'm going to use some Eclipse masking tape to hold it down while I run it through my Big Shot. And I just reuse. I have a bunch of pieces that are old and I just keep reusing them. Alright, I'm going to take my 2A glue pen and I'm just going to glue that star on the top. I'm going to set that off to the side. I took my heart punch, I think it's called the heart to heart punch, and I took my card and I measured the center, just because I always measure everything to make sure it's exact. And just measuring it on both sides so I get the exact center of the card. And then Stampin' Up! Came up with a piercing mat this year, and it's really big. It's great. And here's my paper piercer. I'm just going to punch a little hole, and I'm going to eyeball it on the heart. I'm going to take a silver brad, and I'm going to push it through. Fold it down, and then I'm going to push it flat, and that'll flatten it as much as it can flatten. So this is just a standard black piece of cardstock, and I'm just adhering my photo to it. I'm just making sure it closes right. And these new pens are also in the Holiday Mini catalog, and they are awesome. This is the silver pen, and so I'm just going to handwrite Merry Christmas on there. It writes great on black paper. I'm going to use some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, just a fat one on the bottom, and I'm only going to adhere half of the tree. I'm going to use a small one on the top portion. And so my tree is going to actually be stuck to the left panel. So I'm just going to close it up, center it, and then the left side will stick. And then I realized I should have put that string over, and now I have to go through it, and so it took me a little bit to get it through, but it would have been way easier if I would have laid the string down and then put it on top. But anyway, no big deal. And then I take my black piece and just put some adhesive on it and stick it in the middle there. And then on both sides, on the inside, you can write a message. Here I'm showing how it works. Trim off the string. There you have it. Oh wait, one more thing. I forgot. Some cherry cobbler stickles just to add a little bit of sparkle. I decided I'm going to use a cherry cobbler pen on the left and right hand side, and I'm signing our names to the right, and then I usually address who it's to on the left hand side. And that's it. So it's pretty simple, just a few steps, something that you can reproduce pretty quickly. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful holiday. I'll be coming out with a couple more Christmas cards over the next few weeks. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.